All right, so I am here at my parents' house in Georgia, and for those of you that are not aware, my mom passed away exactly a week before Christmas, on the 18th, and she had been battling cancer for 4.5 years, so she really put up quite a fight, and um, her last few days were rough. It was really hard to watch. We knew um, that the cancer had spread too much to operate, and basically the doctor said that there was nothing else they could do, and she wanted to be home, so they let her come home, and I came down a week earlier than planned. I had already planned to be here for the holidays, um, so I was able to be here, and family was around, and um, the first emotion that I remember when I first found out that that the end was near, it was just relief. I mean, I was just relieved for her, not for me, but, um, I felt like it was a selfish thing not to want her to go on, and to wish that she would stay here in this state was just not fair. Um, she really she really suffered. So anyway, it was a rough Christmas not having her around, and it my dad and I were talking. It doesn't even feel like Christmas. It just feels like just every little thing, everything that I see, every thought that comes into my head reminds me of my mom, and um, you just don't realize how much uh, somebody impacts you. Um, I know I didn't until I look for her coming down the hall, or just it was weird. Even at the funeral home, I was, the split second without thinking, I was almost looking for her, making sure she had eaten because somebody brought food, and so just little things like that you don't even realize you do, um, and that's when it hits you. That's when it hits me, because I don't wish her back in that state. It was awful. It was awful to have to watch all of that take place and not able to do a thing. There was really nothing anybody could do. They just had her on morphine, which kept her pretty out of it. But uh, so anyway, I was so it was devastating to watch her go, but it was also cause for celebration, just because she's not dealing with that anymore. And even though she's not here, and she wasn't here with us for Christmas, she had a pretty awesome Christmas, and that's something that kept me and my dad going, and focused a little bit more on the fact that, less on the fact that she wasn't here, more on the fact that she's still very much alive and feeling pretty good. So, what I had wanted to do was have a bonfire, and that's what we're going to do tonight. Today is January 1st, 2009, so we didn't really plan it that way, but since this is New Year's Day, have this be a good way to set the year in motion and kind of, get rid of all this stuff. So I wanted to burn everything that was my mom's that pertained to her cancer and get rid of it. Instead of just tossing it in the trash, really making sure it is destroyed until it's unrecognizable, and uh, because this is the stuff that it was her shackles in life. It really kept her life limited, and it was not fair for her to have to do that, and to go through that. So for us, and I think my family is going to come up, the family that lives around here, where my parents' house is, they're going to come up, and we're all going to partake in this, just to, just as closure. It's going to be a form of closure, I think, and it will also really represent the freedom that she has now, because it's not dependent on this stuff, and it doesn't, it doesn't keep her uh, held back anymore, and that's a cool thing. It's a cool thing when I think about that, um, and I'm sure I can't even start to comprehend the magnitude of it right now, but knowing that this stuff is not required, this stuff is earthly stuff that really um, needs to be done away with. So anyway, I just kind of wanted to make this video and just update, kind of let you know what's going on. And tomorrow I plan on heading back to Nashville, so I'll have the weekend to kind of regather myself before heading back to work. I'm thankful, everything. It's kind of weird how things happen, but even though I would never wish this to happen over Christmas, it was also almost a blessing in disguise, because I was already off of work for 2.5 weeks since we close whenever the school system closes down for the holidays. And so I was already planning to be here just to spend, that's what I usually do. I spend the Christmas and New Year's here with my family in Georgia. So I was already here, so I really, it was something that my dad and I both needed, I think, just to have this couple of week break, just to regather, because it's going to be a big change, a big adjustment. But I know that we can handle it. I'm always surprised at just how much you can face whenever you have to, whenever you're forced to, and it kind of shows me what the potential that we have, that we all have, but also it's very evident to me that it's not me. It's very much a God-given thing, and so anyway, I'm thankful for that. Because if it were, I know if it were up to me, I would not be doing very well. But thankfully, you get through it and you just move on. So anyway, I'm going to wrap this up, and I probably will not do any video of the bonfire, just because I don't know if that would be possible very much. I may try. I don't know. You may see another post right after this, but I don't even know if my video camera is ready. So anyway, just wanted to update you, and I hope everybody's having a good new year so far, and I look forward to 2009 and everything that is coming up that we don't know yet. We don't know to anticipate it yet, but I hope it's a good year. So anyway, I'll see you later.